Hi, good morning, all of you. So let us start with today's session. And today, first, we'll discuss about what's going on in a market. Then I have to discuss something more on how to develop a trading mind, and then I'll take question and answer. Okay. So I'll share the screen. Let's see what's going on in the overall market first. So this is the chart of mid cap, mid small 400 that we usually track. And if you have been seeing, it's just a full sideways movement. Since here, July 2025, it's been a continuous up and down, up and down, up and down. We have 4 days up, then 6 days down, 5-6 days up, then 8-10 days down. Here you had some amount of time up, but this was very, you can call it as a sideways itself because there was no clear momentum. 2 days up, 1 day down, 1 day up, 2 day down, 1 day up, 2 day down, and there were not much winners up here. Again, down, 3 days up, then complete down, 1 to 3 days here up, 3-4 days here up, and then down. It's been very sluggish. Okay. If you see now and monthly chart, then we have it's been almost 15 months now. This has been the 15 months of bear market. So our usual duration, what was our usual duration of bear markets? We discussed in the market direction video. What was it? Can anybody write? Let's see who remembers. We went through entire from 2000 till now, and we have discussed about what can be the average duration of bull market, bear market based on historical cycles. What was that average? 15, 18, 16, 18, yes, right. So somewhere 80-90% of this overall bear market is done, and somewhere we are at the end part. Okay, still it can go till 18. So 3 months can be the upper side. That's an average duration for bear markets. And if you'll see monthly chart, this chart also looks very good. Look up here. This is exact one cup handle type pattern here. Also cup handle type pattern going on. So hope that this year turns out to be good. Okay. After first quarter, somewhere 3, 4, 5 months later, it should give us a very good run then. Okay, for next 13-15 months. But let's see how it unfolds. Currently, if you will see, we had 3-4 days up here, and some commodity we had a good run. Copper, zinc, these all gave a pump, but then some steel companies also. But market very quickly it lost all the strength. Maybe due to Trump, etc., etc. There are always 8-10 reasons nowadays which keeps going on along. So again, it is below 10 now, nothing to do up here, and we'll see again when it picks up 10, 1-2 sessions, and then we may again try up for new trades. Okay. We will see different indices. Bank Nifty, almost all were looking good 3 days back, and then all had a good pullback. Okay, so again below 10-20. The overall structure is in this banking sector has been good. We had this very good run in PSU banking up here, but if you will go and see the charts of PSU banks, you will find only SBI moving. Okay, except for that, nothing moved, and SBI has the largest proportion in this. So this chart looking good here, but actually there has been not much movements in PSU banks also. Defense, nothing. I tried to pick up at this pace here. This is in November. Then it failed, and it's like going sideways, downward, sideways. Likewise with index, it's moving. Metal had a good pump, 8-10 sessions, now taking a pullback. Maybe after this pullback, it can give another set of momentum. Auto, good breakout again, kind of retesting it. IT is very lagging right now. Every time it moves up, it has a good pullback. PAC sector, this is moving fine, same like index, just corrected and then just going sideways, up, down, no momentum. Here you had good 3 days and again full rollover. Okay, very choppy. Media, nothing in media. Media always remains bad itself. I've never seen anything good happening in media sector. News comes 3 days and then it vanishes. Oil and gas fully reversed. Capital market was looking good till here. Again, likewise with index moving since here, up and down, up and down. So more or less most indices are moving along with index itself. Metal auto had a high relative strength compared to index, but they also now are down back. So sector wise, we have to keep our eyes open on our scans, how different stocks are coming. Likewise, metal names, a lot of metal names came, then auto names came, but auto names hardly one two had some follow through day. Otherwise, after the initial pump, it fully rotated back. Metal had some in some metal names, there were good follow through day. IT very less number that had some follow through day. Apart from this, I don't think there was much momentum in last 1 month. Very selective, very few names. Okay, so we'll see now how this unfolds. Whenever it again picks up the 10, we will again start trying. But currently it's below, so we will not do as per our overall understanding. Okay. Now let's see something about trading mind. So this is one concept which I want to discuss with you, and then we'll move to Q&A. Okay. Now, after training so many students and coming in contact with a lot of people on Twitter and the type of things they post in the comments in our community also. So one thing which I have realized 100% is that we all have mind, okay? Not that we aren't smart enough. We all have mind and we think that that mind is sufficient enough for you to become a trader. Okay. And we all have certain kind of presumptions. Wait a second, I'll open in this one. And we all have certain presumptions when we start. Okay, we want to forecast first, forecast price. We want to know that what will happen in 1 month, what will happen in 2 months. So this kind of things I receive in comments on Twitter also. So what will be the target for 3 months? What will be the targets for 20 months, for 20 days, for 5 days, for 6 days? So people have their own scheme going on in mind. They have own thinking. They think that you can take out the price for whatever duration you want. Okay, like it's some kind of nursery kg1 kg2 kind of stuff. That's what they have in mind when they start. Right, I want 5 days, so tell me 5 days target only. I want for 5 months, so tell me 5 months target for this. Okay, so this is just a presumption in their mind. Okay, whenever you're coming into stock market, you have that kind of presumption. Okay, that after learning I should be able to develop forecast. अच्छा इनको आता होगा तो इनको तो पता होगा 6 महीने बाद price कितना होगा. And when you start trading in, you know that you cannot do that. Okay, you have to probably time travel for knowing what will be the price after 5 months, 6 months, 8 months, because it is not possible to take out that price. Okay, you can do all kind of assumptions. You can do this pattern breakout, this range, this, that, etc., but it doesn't gives you the price per se. It always have certain assumptions, conditions with it. So likewise, the same thing we do. We don't have that kind of forecasting thing that, okay, 5 months later, 6 months later. Rather, if you are developing a trading mind, you should know the boundaries of swing trading. And in this, we learned about usually what happens in a swing trade. What's the upper side that the stock can go? What's the lower side a stock can go? Okay, and you can think for any stock a range that it can have this much kind of potential in our setups. We gone through 150, 160 examples, and we have learned there at what can be the upper side. We have seen certain swing moves going to 110%, 120%, 60%, 40%, and we have seen moves closing at 5% itself, 4% itself, stop loss itself. Okay, rather than that, you should have this kind of way in your mind. A trading mind is very different from whatever you are thinking right now of trading when you start. It is like 100% opposite. And that is a major shift in thinking process, and because of it, very few people are able to be successful in up here. Okay, a lot of people take up courses. Not just this, I have talked to different friends on Twitter who also have courses. Success rate remains less because they are not able to develop that mindset. They are not able to develop their existing mind into a trading mind. Okay, and that is the root cause of why things does not work for everyone. A trading mind simply does not have to do anything else except then thinking in probabilities. Okay, you have to just think everything in terms of probability. So certain times question come, this is just this, should I take it now, should I wait? So there is never a certain answer, and probably if you have asked me sometimes, I would have given you an open-ended question also, open-ended answer only. Okay, certain times you see things that okay, these are this, maybe it can work, it may not work. This is a question which keeps on coming in your mind. Okay, whenever you are taking any trade, you know, as per setup there are certain things which you might see a bit different in setup, you get confused. Okay, and then you are stuck in a loop that what should I do. The answer to that will only come when you have a thinking in probabilities mindset, then only you will be able to execute it. Okay, because you don't have to think for whether it will work, whether it will not work. You should know the probability which is attached to it. Okay, and based on that probabilities, you just need to execute. You know now that, for example, the market is on downside. Okay, it is below 10, 20. It's a bear market. That's the first thing. Okay, you know that it's in a bear market. In a bear market, it's below 10, 20. This is an area where you will have very less accuracy. Okay, so then comes that, should I trade, should I not trade? Then okay, there are again two answers to it. You can choose not to trade, not to buy anything new, and you can choose to trade but with a very lower size, with a 2% size, 3% size. That is how you should start thinking. Okay, when probability is low, there are always two things: adjust your size so that even if it is wrong, it does not matter. A 3% size will hit stop loss, it does no harm. It's as same as taking nothing. Okay, so that is how an answer will come. Okay, first probability, what can be the probability now, and you should know that in the course I've explained what kind of different probabilities you can have. Second, follow through, what can happen at all stages of market, what will be the different kind of probabilities that you can think. Okay, so based on that, it will keep on changing. You don't have a standard figure like, okay, this will have 60%, 70%. In bull market, you will have that. In bear market, you will have different. So you need to adjust based on it. Okay. So whenever you are stuck, you need to think from probability, and that is where you will get an answer. And let me show you the recent one, like recent trades, and it can be good learning for you. I've shared the link in our Telegram swing update channel also. So these are all the recent trades that I took, and 100% of them were shared on the Twitter itself. And you will see that majorly these two, one is this 8%, only these three worked for me since 20th December. Okay. Apart from that, whatever I took, it did not work. Okay. And if you look, these three trade itself added 6.4% on overall capital. And you will see several non-working trades, and people may get very depressed seeing when so many lost trades are there. Probably if you are new, then you may get depressed. You may say, oh, what is this, what is that, because you have not developed the trading mind. Trading mind will tell you, okay, which you should be able to judge it from here itself, that what would have happened here. ये अगर यहाँ से आगे चले जाता, आपकी एक्यूरेसी अपने आप 60% हो जाती. अब ये पीछे चला गया तो it will hurt you, because you build a position here and then market quickly loses its strength, and that's what happening back to back. Market gives some strength, loses all, and that's what the sideways kind of market goes on. Okay, a part of your overall bear market where you have initial strength and then full rotation back, initial strength, full rotation back. So that will give you very, very selective winners, very, very kind of a smaller run. Okay, these kind of, this were the last rally which was very good here. Here you have very big winners, Q Power, Prostrum, 70, 80, 100% moves kind of coming up here. And look up this phase, look up this phase, and that should probably give you answer of how your trading will flow. So just looking at these figures here, for a newbie it can be very, because he will judge this and then take out for like entire, that this will be entirely happening in this thing, etc., because you have not developed that trading mind. But if you look at this closely, very, very small losses across 4.7, 2.7, 3.7, 3.52, cost, -4, -3.2. Overall, these all loss making trades, I lost 2.6% up here. And I gained, just in these three, I gained 6.4%. It was net 3.8% since 22nd December. And this does not include the silver V's. Silver V's, I added overall 15.34% on overall capital. Okay, that's also live. I have shared on Twitter across. If you will, what will be the accuracy up here then? 3 working and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So out of 12, 3 worked. What is the accuracy here in last 1 month? Can anyone do the math? Right, 25%. Even after this 25%, I added 3.8% overall. This is thinking in probabilities. Our normal mind does not have this kind of thinking. He 2-3 stop loss will hit and then he will start worrying. Okay, but you should know that you need to keep these small. These are very, very small. Look, very small. Somewhere 0.4% of capital, somewhere 0.22% of capital. That's what I lost in individual trades. Here I made 4%. It 2%. Here 0.4, 0.5%. And one for first try Hindustan Copper, I lost 0.4%. So that also I adjusted in this. So just 25% accuracy can give you this if you do things right. If you trail up your gains, if you have the trading mind to not cut profits very soon. Okay. And that is how you will go. And you will look, the most gains that I got is in Hind Copper. Okay, almost 4% of capital. And this was probably the first stock which I bought. Just after the run, just after when market resumed. Here, I think here on this date or this date. This is where I bought first time. It hit the stop loss. I tried again because I knew that it's not a stock problem, it's market problem. Probably I bought up here once and here I had a stop loss. This was 12th and this is 18th, and here I bought it again on 22nd. 10% allocation was there. because it was just the first trade after the pump. I already had one stop, so about 10%. Now look up here. This was first 22nd here, okay, and this was here 20. As it started progressing, this gave 3-4 days and it's done here. Here also I tried on 12th, but on 12th I think market did not support it. Here again it went above 10, so here again I tried it, but then it quickly failed up below. 3 days back here my stop got it. I again did here in this 2-3 sessions, 5 sessions, it worked. So this was probably first of the trades when I was again coming back to the market after the last one. So Shan says, I miss copying you selectively and took only Ether and GM runes and booked stop. Yeah, these are not suitable for copying. Don't copy. You know how things are done. Same way I've done things in every stock. You will find same setup, same thing which I have told you. If you are want to copying, it will be bad because you don't know the allocation. I don't write allocation in this. Okay, because I don't want to feed everything allocation. I'm not running an free advisory on Twitter. So I don't write allocations, okay, I do it by own. So allocations differ based on stock, sometimes based on stock. Sectoral move, this was sectoral move, so I went 10. In Ether I went 7-8% only. GM breweries I went 8%. Somewhere I bought 15% also in GMDC, I guess I get 15%, but everything it was at cost closed. Probably only 3 work. So you have to keep on, you don't have to be selective. Okay, first priority we discuss it is sectoral and then other things. If you copy me, it will hurt you. Okay, because you should know the maths, how the maths will be done. You will take a bunch and then you will apply the probability and then you will get the returns. But if you are not taking a bunch, this is one more question which a lot of my friends keep on asking me. Okay, in my all friends, tell me one stock. ओके एक स्टॉक तो बता दे यार भाई, एक स्टॉक बता दे चल जाए 30-40% उसमें पैसा लगा. आई डोंट नो, सिंपली इट्स अ गेम ऑफ प्रोबेबिलिटीज एंड मोस्ट कॉमनली आस्क्ड क्वेश्चन विथ मी. ओके ओके दैट इज लाइक एक स्टॉक बता दे, 2 स्टॉक बता दे, कुछ अभी फंड पड़ा है 2 स्टॉक बता दे. इट नेवर वर्क्स. इट्स अ नॉर्मल माइंड. ओके इट्स अ नॉर्मल माइंड which keeps on asking that only, but a trading mind knows that it's a game of probabilities. I'll take 10, I know, then I will reach to some outcome. By just one, you can apply the probability of winning and then can say. Okay, so you want to do selective trading, then sectoral stocks go first and then others. But if you are just doing random stuff, okay, आज ये ले लेता हूँ, कल मैं कुछ और कर लूंगा किसी और के सेटअप पे, परसों मैं कुछ और कर लूंगा, you will not reach anywhere. Okay. So the overall purpose is that develop the trading mind. Okay, otherwise 1-2 stop loss will take you out because you have not started thinking in probabilities. You have not started thinking in risk reward. This is all because of the risk reward. You 40%, look at this. This average is like, I'm not calculating it, but I think it will be 3%, around 3.5%. All this stop loss average, and one gain is like 40%. 12 times risk reward in single. So one trade covering up 12 stop loss, 13 stop loss. Remaining everything else is your gain. So think based on that. Thinking this will help you in executing because you will be on ground. You will know what can happen next by way of probability. Okay. You will not get stuck in decision making. Okay. Now let me take some questions. So thinking in probabilities is, let me just conclude this. Thinking in probabilities is what you should be doing for, but just by knowing this will not help you. Okay, now I told you think in probability, how to think in probabilities. How to think in probabilities. Is it that आप उसको 10 बार बोलोगे I need to think in probabilities it will happen, या 2 बार आप उसको बोलोगे, 1 बार आप पढ़ लोगे it will happen? It will not happen. You will have to put in efforts. You'll have to put in efforts to start thinking in probabilities. And that efforts will come by thinking in probabilities in your personal life also. Okay. You will have to start thinking in that way in your personal life too. You will need to have an open mind in everything that's happening with certain probabilities. Okay. Life में you will have many things. You will just shut that. Okay, ये तो हो ही नहीं सकता है. But in reality, it has some probabilities of happening also. Maybe it can be just 2% probability or just 5% probability. But there is some probability attached to it. But when we say that ये तो हो ही नहीं सकता, you are saying 0%. That does not happen. So this is one way. When I started thinking in probabilities. First, have open mind for everything across. Second, make some affirmations on a daily morning basis. You need to revise that. I need to control up the risk. Okay, you trading affirmations you can search. These are all active things which you will have to do. Okay, and if you will do this for 6 months or 3 months at least, you will start. It will start in your subconscious mind. Okay, I am disciplined and consistent. I trust my trading strategy. Write all these things on Google. You will find all the affirmations or anything else. Also, you want to add it. Write it on a piece of paper or copy. Wake up in the morning, go to your mirror, and just speak up all these things to yourself. Okay, I am a disciplined and consistent trader. I trust my trading strategy. I am a very good risk manager. I know that I don't know that what will happen in the future. I can just learn to manage the present. Okay, I will remain calm and composed. I aim for good trades, not money. So more you will keep saying these things to yourself. In 3 months time, it will get into your subconscious mind. Okay, so how to develop thinking in probabilities is getting the right stuff in your subconscious mind. And when you will do that, you will be able to cut this without any issues. Otherwise, this can hurt your ego very quick. Okay, how weight I will take. Okay, मैं तो इतना पढ़ा लिखा हूँ, मैं तो ये हूँ वो हूँ. These all kind of questions then come. But once it gets in your subconscious mind, it will not happen. So affirmations is one more. I know a handful of you also will not do it, but because that's the statistics. Everybody wants to become successful, but efforts, very few people. In every area of life, we see the same thing. Everybody wants that Mercedes, but relative efforts, nobody, very handful, less than 2% want to put in it. But still, it's my task, so I will do. Morning affirmations. Do for 3 months. Just Google upon trading morning affirmations and you will get affirmations. What are them? It's just talking to yourself so that it gets into your brain. Okay. Then you will have to alter a bit of your personal life and become more open-minded. And consider probabilities in everything. Okay. कभी भी whenever you are saying ऐसा तो हो ही नहीं सकता, ऐसा तो है ही नहीं. In reality, it can happen, but with a less probability. Maybe 5%, maybe 10% probability, but there is always a probability of happening and probability of not happening. So your personal life, you will have to alter it. Otherwise, the same thing you will do in trading. If your personal life is, you are very angry, you get excited real quick, you get itself into emotions, बहुत ज़्यादा emotional हो, तो ये सब चीज़ें it will get into your trading also. Okay. It's a personality trait, so it will get into trading also, and then you will not get the outcome. क्योंकि मैंने तो आपको सब चीजें setups everything we have discussed 20 hours we have discussed everything, entry, exit, sectoral, this that, but to execute it you need to have the right mind. Otherwise, like someone said, I traded selectively, I copied selectively. First is copying should not be done. Secondly, आप कर भी रहे हो तो आपको probability पता होना चाहिए. आपको पता होना चाहिए कि एक स्टॉक कोई सिलेक्टिव में 10 में से लूंगा तो इट विल नॉट वर्क. आई हैव टू डू देन एवरीथिंग एज पर वन सेटअप. ओके, एंड that's how it will flow and you will not do. Then third thing is, like, when you think in probabilities, you just have to see from prices point of view. Forget the news. Don't ever think anything in nowadays silver. My God, everyone will talk to any random person on road. He will know that ये तो EV में लगता है, ये तो ऐसा हो जाएगा. Trust me, it will not happen as it is coming in news. Whenever some commodity price gets too shot up, कोई alternative आ जाता है. Okay. Earlier, lithium was very in high news. If you remember 1.5, 2 years back, lithium battery, this, that. Did Amar Raja did not correct, did Excite did not correct. Okay. So it's never like कि सब लोग आज ही सारा ईवी का स्टील खरीद लेंगे. Okay. आज ही सारा सिल्वर खरीद लेंगे. It does not happen. So these news will just pump you up. So news, you stay away from the news and everything. Like when I exited my silver, so this is where I exited. Fuel silver, this is the dollar chart. This is my exit in silver up here. And when I updated that tweet, you just go and see the comments. Okay. People are so much stuck in silver. They will not even think. Some said that it is just the beginning. How it is just a beginning? After like 50% giving two swings of 50%, it's just the beginning. Somebody is so much lost in the EV story, in this silver story, as if like the entire world is buying today itself. Okay, so don't get stuck in news. These are made, these are 100%. It is reality, but it is pumped up always. It is always pumped up. So forget, don't look at this. If it is too good, we are trailing, right? So it will keep on moving up. So this is one more area in which the newbies get stuck is news. They think that oh, the news में economic times आते बड़े paper में आए गलत कैसे होगा? As if there is that some god is writing that newspaper. It's not. Some person is writing here. He is also reading from somewhere and writing. Nobody is going to that particular silver. कोई silver की खदान में जाके नहीं देख रहा है कि कितना silver निकला है बाहर. Everybody is just copying. वो उधर पढ़ेगा उधर लिखेगा फिर वो somebody else is reading that then he's writing up somewhere. So it is like that flow. Nobody goes and check what's going on. Okay. So don't get too much lost in news. If it again setups, I'll again trade. What's the big deal? You can trade 5 times in same name, 6 times whenever it is moving up. So news is one more area where newbies get stuck a lot. Okay, they keep on holding, thinking that अरे तो बहुत वैसा है इसमें तो ऐसी news आ रही है and everybody across you will read the same news. So this is the same which is happening in silver. Everyone across you are also reading the same thing. Now every alternate person knows that okay silver big use, so हमको खरीदना है. अब वो अब आके खरीदते हैं, so वो problem होता है. Okay, so think in probabilities. These are 3 things in which you can develop that mind. Okay. Now I'll take up question and answer. I think this much is fine. You start doing morning affirmations and you will start seeing your mind improvement. But if you're not doing this, you go and you can take like 200 courses. But if you are not developed that thinking, no course will work for you. You will keep on saying things to the mentor itself कि ये तो ऐसा थे, तो ऐसा थे. Excuses this that, but reality is this that you are unable to develop that mind. Okay. So see the reality and give efforts. Let's see some questions now. Aniruddha, should we cut loss before hitting stop loss? Where did I set that before hitting stop loss? When index goes below 2020? No, where did I set it? Never. Just have to go with the rules. How do you know that when it goes? Many times, sometimes it will happen that if index goes below 1020, the same with Hind Copper. You see of this the recent example only. Rather, I told you that if that is looking riskier to you, you can always adjust position size. As index goes below 1020, you know that probability can now reduce. You can exit some part. You can again go back in when it moves up. I'll tell you one example in it also, that Q power. So this is like the same on 22nd, this 22nd of December. This is index. This is 22nd of December here. Here is where I entered second time in Hindustan Copper. It again went below 1020. Did I exit here? No, you don't need to do it. You just wait. You can reduce, of course. If I have 20% here, then I would have reduced it to 10. Of course, that is something you can go and do with as probabilities are changing. And you can again be back in. Okay, you can again be back in if it gives the same price. If it, like in this case, it moved up, but sometimes it can go sideways and then resume. So that is where you can add up again, or else it's fine. Just like in this only 10%, then I played. You can take care of that reducing probabilities, or you can take the risk also. It's not necessary to reduce. You know that, okay, what will be the small loss. So learn to take small losses. Okay, you learn to take small losses, you will get yourself to big winner. And you need handful, man. Just two I had big, and it gave me 3.8%. What else do you need? One more 30% and that 6.8% हो जाता वो 3.8 की जगह. और कितना आपको चाहिए इसमें? You don't need like super exceptional stuff everyday basis. Just learn to take these small losses, and then automatically resting market will do. Book reading says please briefly do sectoral analysis for upcoming week. I can 100% say that you have not gone through videos. Okay, you have not gone through videos, that's why you are asking this. We discussed how to do sectoral analysis real time. You will have to go through it. It's 1 hour fully. Okay. दीपाली, आई टू एंट्री इन थंगमाइल में एंट्री आई कहाँ थी जो आप उसको एंट्री ले लोगे? Oh, this is the breakout. Where is the follow through day till now? Where is the follow through day? So there is no entry. Why you are taking entry? Nothing more than FOMO. You need revision. You have to revise 2 times. Raj Ratan, you could have taken up here and hit stop loss here. That was fine. Here you could have taken, probably all the metal had a very good fall. So a late comer to the metal, so thing you would have booked 5% up here. Anirudh says you recently quoted many stocks at 2-3%. That is stop loss hit. What else? Which one are you talking about in this? So these are all stop loss hit only. Jawari was December. GM Breweries 3.7. Deepali GS after breakout also we need to wait for pullback and follow through. You can revise. I cannot say anything more. From my side, I have 150 examples. We have discussed it. So rest is your personal grasping. Okay. Which stock I was taking up? GM Breweries. All were stop loss at only 1-2. I shifted stop near to cost like we discussed in the course also. Oh, there's somewhere here I got it had a 3 or 2.7%. And here I added. This was stop loss hit. Next day itself here. Somewhere like here I added to 3.7% around. Anirudh says there is no fixed stop loss at 5%. Where did I set that? That's why I say that you will have to revise it twice. Once you have gone through all videos, you will have to revise it. 100% of your problems will solve, but that is something I cannot come to your home and sit next to you and do that. Okay, isko aap dekho, mere saath dekho. You will have to do it by own only, right? Questions like follow through रे हमको देखना पड़ेगा क्या? Questions like 5%, इसमें हमने stop loss level कितना हमने like almost 2 hours we have discussed on stop loss, 150 examples. Even after that you are stuck up there, then you need revision. And that also I have told you that you need to revise. Here we discussed that once you read 8, 9, 10%, you move to your follow through level. So this is the follow through level, right? So that is where I bought somewhere here in this candle 6023 or around. And then below this level I exited at 1% around here somewhere. 1% around it was like that. GMDC somewhere here I bought. It also moved 8%, so somewhere at my cost I shifted it to my cost here. Here follow through level was to here, but it was like all stocks were falling similarly, all metal names, so I just shifted it to cost in GMDC. Sanduma also similar thing, it moved 7.58% from the follow through. So below this level here was the stop. 247 I think was my average exit. 247, 248. 1.82% around. So this also we have discussed that once it moves 8-10% above, so we shift to the follow through level. Okay. So instead of 10%, we can shift cost to cost depending on market percent. So I told 8-10% now. Don't get stuck. It तो 10 है, 9 हो गया, 9.5 है. Similarly, it has probabilities. Then you can decide it as per that. अब मैंने 10 बोला तो you cannot get stuck at 9.3 की तो 9.3 हुआ था 0.7 बचा था. Attach a probability, see overall what's going and then do. Okay. 8-10% is a good range. 8.5%. Then I shift to the follow through level. A bit below follow through level, like here. Here is the follow through level. So उसके बाद 1% नीचे, 0.5% नीचे. That is where I'll put. And then I'll exit. I'll not wait for stop loss then. Stop loss or close below 10, then it's not required. We have to safeguard our cost then, because after 8-10% it's coming back, so we don't want to lose. We don't want to turn a 8% gain into minus 3%, 4% loss. Okay. Anirudh, after entering a stock, should we keep stop loss on same day or put GTT? Whatever you want to do, like you want to put it in system, then put GTT. You want to set an alert, you can set an alert and then you can do whatever is comfortable. I put an alert and then I do it manually because I have time. If you are in job, you don't have time, then you can put GTT also. Of course, same day only you will put stop loss, right? What if it moves up and hit your stop loss on same day? It can happen, right? Yeah, then you have to be a very good risk manager. That's what is the first thing. अब आप उसमें excuses निकाल लोगे कि तो विक के कारण है, ये तो ये न्यूज़ के कारण है, this is because of Trump saying this. तो then what's the entire use of then stop loss? अगर आपको उसको justify करना है तो. Now look up here all very small. वो विक के कारण हो तो आप re-enter कर सकते हो. हिंदुस्तान का ऊपर was same. JK Tyre again, it went stop loss. I can re-enter, right? Re-entry can be very tough for people. If you have not developed a trading mind, it will hurt you, because then again you are buying 4-5% up. You hit stop loss here, now you are buying again 4% up. So it will hurt if you have not developed trading mind. A trading mind will say to you, it's a matter of risk reward. One trade stop loss hit, I'm taking another trade, another risk reward thing. Okay, same happened with me in Hind Copper. I had a loss up here. This was a follow through level here. From 4% around loss. But I again bought it. It's a second trade. Gave me 1:12 kind of. Took care of so many small losses. So don't justify stop loss. Vivek, this, that, तो ऐसा हुआ, बहुत heavy fall day था. Of course, there will be some reason for price going down that you will find out. You don't have to justify it. Likewise, same people justify moves. Justify your copper story तो भी चालू हुई है. This is what I get when I updated that I have closed here. They justify. People like those things. People like doing that. Reading up news and then taking everything in from that news and then saying the same thing. As if they have gone to the silver mine by themselves. And वहाँ पे आप देख रहे हो कितना निकल रहा है, ज़्यादा निकल रहा है, कम निकल रहा है. तो आप, if you need to know you're sitting in a AC room doing things, so आप थोड़ा reality खुद से समझो. So we know 43% done then overall move. Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Good morning, sir. Sir, actually, I had a doubt in Hind Copper. I also entered in Hind Copper, but I exited on 29 December when it gave a gap up opening of 14% or something. On 29 December. Okay. So, the stock started falling down. After that, also, you were not closing the position. So, was what kind of conviction it was, or whether it was rule based?
So I missed this price here. Like, what was your exit? It was like 530, 540 around?
Yeah. In starting only, I exited 50% and 50% I exited after like 2-3%. It fell 2-3%.
It's a very good exit then. I missed up here. I had silver very, very huge positions. On this day I was using silver. और ये तो 2-5 मिनट में ही start falling.
Right.
By the time I exited silver and I came to here, but वो तब तक गिर गया था यहाँ तक. तो then I thought that let's wait closing. And then I just simply was waiting and trailing. Buyer, I thought, okay, it's fully, I should have sold here 50%. That was good way. Okay, this was good 35%. Okay, you already won 10, 12, but I missed it because of I was busy in managing silver. I had like 40% size, very, very huge gains for me. So that some time for me to like execute up things there. That was a very good exit by 35, 40, 50%. Rest you can trail with 10, or you want to sell at here 50, 60%. That is also very good.
Okay, sir. And a few more doubts I have. Can you open chart of Vatek Vabag for June 2025?
June is here. May, June, yeah.
Now, okay, you have marked channel in this, na? I was just asking, like, if I enter, one second. If I entered on 27th June, 27th June, I think.
27th June 2025. Would be some other date. 27th है यहाँ पे.
Sorry, one second, sir. Let me see the chart once. Okay, sorry. It is May, sorry, 27th May.
You never had a breakout, I see that way. आप यहाँ पे देखोगे तो breakout, it was a dull breakout. फिर आप इसके ऊपर वेट करते क्लोज वो नहीं
Okay, right. Okay, right. Just my question is कि यहाँ जो एग्जिट करेंगे इन केस 10 EMA से नीचे जाता है,
ये
which is the decisive close कहाँ पे है सर इसमें as per you?
you can exit here also or here also, second one here in this candle or this candle. Decisive close again, see again it is probability, you need to think in that way. It does not have like this is very close to 10, so you can give one scope up here. Provide you will have to see market में भी क्या हो रहा है उस time पे, of course, right? And then
Okay.
here this candle below in this close you can exit then जब इसके नीचे गया ये तो इस candle में exit या इधर exit दोनों.
अच्छा ओके. सो फर्स्ट डेसिसिव क्लोज अगर नहीं हुआ है तो नेक्स्ट डे ऐसा कि पूरा वेट करना है नीचे चला जाए स्टॉक, ऐसा नहीं. डेसिसिव क्लोज चेक करने के लिए वेट करना इज नॉट सजेस्टेबल. हम लोग एग्जिट कर सकते हैं अगर उसके नीचे भी चला जाए तो, पहले वाले कैंडल के नीचे अगर थोड़ा भी गया है ना, लो के नीचे.
Again because your probability reduces ना, हमको पूरा कुछ नहीं देना है, right? So it's fine अगर वो नहीं होता है then in future we may again take it, it's not a worry. You can always re-enter, be open to re-entering. Many times it will happen. Market में एकदम fall आ गया तो stop loss hit हो गया, again it starts moving up next 2-3 days. Can again go back in. But we cannot do like अभी इसके ऊपर क्लोज हुआ तो मैं फिर यहाँ कर लूँ, फिर ये हुआ तो मैं यहाँ कर लूँ, अरे तो पूरा पैसा ही चले जाता है यहाँ तक तो फिर. That is not something is doable. You are just giving one slight chance, nothing else. You can always re-enter, open for re-entry. If it again moves up quickly back, then you can always re-enter.
Okay.
Re-entering is as good as taking one new trade. So it's fine buying 4%, 5%. Again, same risk reward thing comes.
Okay, sir.
Ritesh ji asked Jubilant Ingrevia. Jubilant Ingrevia, it did not give a close itself. Breakout हुआ ही नहीं. I was also tracking up this. It tried breaking out here. It failed. Then I was waiting for a close above this. Okay, above this failed breakout candle. Here it is like a full, just too bad to do anything. So there is no breakout up here till yet. And that's why I've written it here itself in the indicator. This is written breakout up here. This is written sloppy way so that you don't miss it now. There is no breakout in here, so you will not buy. If it was a comparatively fine close here itself, then it was still fine. But this is just too bad of a close. It's like a failed again breakout. So anything now you'll do above here. So you buying here is you buying before the breakout. You are attempting that it should give a close. We don't do that. We go after it is given a breakout, then only. Okay, it's a wrong buy. Avinash says, sir, in Rama format there was an entry, but I escaped due to low volumes. In Rama phosphate also I was tracking. Then no entry came, no follow through came. You guys, sometimes I see that you just simply run into the stock. Here there was any entry? I don't think there was any entry that was here. You have this bad close, you full rejection up here. This is full rejection. This was your follow through level here 175. It opened and it rejected. So iske upar I don't think there is any good close. Again here rejection. So where is the entry? No entry up here. Okay. There is no entry. Plus, yeah, if you, as per capital, you can decide. If it is something which you cannot buy, then you can skip. But here I don't see any entry. It's just rushing it. Okay, it's just trying to catch it at a lower price. So whenever you don't wait, whenever like you are not waiting for a breakout. Whenever you are not able to wait for 5 minutes, it is just FOMO. Okay, you want to buy at the lowest price. But what you are not able to think is, Nico maximum stop loss to 5% ही रखना है ना. So how will it matter too much? Yeah, it's not key I'll buy here, then things will change. My risk remains in control. This is just FOMO. If you bought here, Jubilant and Grivia is a FOMO. This FOMO, both cases. You want to be first, that's why. You don't need to be first, okay? You just take care of your risk reward. Late people, that's what newbies and people who don't have any trading mind keep on doing. Whenever I post something, I bought this stock here, some comment will 100% come. I bought it at 500. I bought it at 490 before you. It does not matter. Okay, how does it matter who bought at the lowest price? Someone somewhere sitting definitely is buying lower than you, of course. Okay, what's the other question? Rishabh says, I'm following from long time now, something out of blue because working rates. My question is, because I have to automate up things. This thing I have already discussed before also, because in earlier reversal there was a bit more work because we'll have lot of stocks up there. Plus that it is something which is not able to automate. This automation takes care of many errors that one can do. If you will go in every stock, you'll check everything rightly, even breakouts, sloppy ways, everything is already up here. So because of the automation plus less work, okay, plus it's a opposite way to see. We go where momentum is already there. In before setup, we try to be before that momentum. So it has its pros and cons, but this one is of less work. Okay, because of all the automation that we have done. Okay. iPhone asks, in a chart, I observed individual candles were having huge wicks, larger than normal. This was observed throughout the chart. Yeah, then you should either lower your size or skip that stock. It's just choppy. Such stocks are choppy, low volume. That's why, because of low volume, you see such huge wicks happening in that. You lower size and trade then, or avoid. Anything you can do. You can lower size and try it, or you can avoid. Okay. Asian Tiles. Asian Tiles would have hit your stop. But at the same time, when this was coming, there were a lot of metal names that were coming. 22, 24, okay. Same time of Hind Copper, where Jaynico came. So I tried that. I did not bought this then because sectoral thing I was clearly able to see, and I was low on budget also because 40% was in silver already. So I had 60% capital only. So I then skipped this, but yeah, fine. It would have hit your stop here. You would have lost 3.5% around in this. Okay. One more trade which worked was this Infobeam. Still I'm holding it. 50% sold, 50% holding. So 43% kind of move. Overall it's there. This and Hind Copper worked very good. Jaynico, one more was there. It moved 15%, same metal, but then here it closed below this. Okay, below 10, so I exited. Dave says, can you discuss your mindset after your journey of 2-3 years in market? It is a drastic shift, but did a lot of efforts. Okay, these all things which I told you, it's not something that you will find every course or everything discussing. This was one of the things which worked really well for me. Handful people do it, but I read Trading in the Zone book. Okay, and that book suggested this thing. I take book seriously, okay, because it is a wisdom written by someone 50 years, 40 years into trading, so I respect their things. In that book, only morning affirmations are there. In fact, morning affirmations, I think on Twitter also. I have posted a lot of times on morning affirmations. So, क्या हुआ? So this is very critical, morning affirmations. And I did it seriously for 6 months. Okay. I have written it in my copy. And every day I read it. You see, good morning affirmations. These were some which apart from that, there were, wherever I was more and more confused. Morning affirmations. There was something from book also. Again, morning affirmations. Okay, not able to find it right now. But these morning rituals will help you. Every morning when you wake up, I said this to myself, seeing in the mirror. Okay. And I learned it from that book, Trading in the Zone. So it helps building a subconscious mind. Okay. And that will be needed. Okay. Because when you will do all the trading, lot of emotions will come. Okay. And all those emotions you will be able to handle only when you have the mind for it. And trust me, you don't have mind right now if you are a newbie. Whatever you think, it's 100% opposite of what works. So you will have to slowly and slowly get into that direction, and these are some tips for it. And have an open mind now. Everything I see in probabilities, man. Everything, 100% in my life, things I think in probabilities. I take slight possibility of everything in my life, whether it is good, whether it is bad. And these all helps in execution then. I never get too excited. Even if in that silver I added 15%, I'm not excited. You can see on my face. It's very, I'm calm. I'm happy. It's not that I'm not happy. I'm happy, but I'm not like excited, jumping on my chair or something. So 2-3 years first goes into experimentation, everything, but then this will only work. You do this, then setup will work. Otherwise, setup will not work because you will not do the things. You will get confused. There are 200 things that comes in between. Okay, news, Twitter, YouTube, this, that. And in between you have charts. But so this is the biggest hurdle in anyone's success in becoming a trader. Okay, they are not able to develop the mind. Avinash says there was crazy volumes in Infobin and tick time volumes in Navanti feed when it gave entry last time. How much is ideal? There is nothing, like already in your scans it's there, you can see. Black candle already comes in. Your setup, it's same, equal. All black candles are momentum bars, so both are equal. Nothing like this will be good in this. Okay, don't go into that is wrong way. कि इसमें से 10% ज्यादा था तो इसलिए ये चला होगा. It does not work. like that. Okay. Both are equal sector thing. Different things can come up. You never know. Okay. Avanti feed last time worked fine. Market started correcting soon, so it fell down here. At 15-16% move. अब मार्केट यहाँ से गिरना चालू हो गया तो इसमें इतना तेज मूव नहीं चला. So now one more thing which you keep try on doing is कि कौन सा ज्यादा लंबा जाएगा, which one can give more. It's an irrelevant analysis. Your first priority is always sector. If it is there, it's not necessary that 100% of the time there will be some sectoral move. If you are able to identify how to identify 1 hour, we have already discussed, so you can revisit through that. Second is apart from sectors. Okay. Which one will go more, you never know. That's why we don't go 100%. If you will know which one will go more, then I will go 100%, right? Again, same probability. You know root cause of question. Root cause of if such questions are coming is inability to think in probabilities. That's why such question comes up. Because you are trying to again find up something which has some probabilities of happening and some probabilities of not happening. So just find up what's the root cause and work. Vikas says, sir, in Kiri Industries, when is the entry? Because of 12th May. 12th May. Kiri Industries is in channel, what I can remember. Channel or something, 12th of May. 12th May 25. Okay, this one. This one was fine here then. 12th. We'll buy here, right? Probably will then close at cost in this big fall earnings day. This is your breakout also happening up here in this closing above this. So 14th May will be your entry. Was it sufficient days up here? Yeah, could have tried it here.
And if we try to form the base above that, like the way you have formed the base, above that also we can form a base. Above that, yeah. Including since February, the formation might be.
Yeah. This is 12, 13, 14 bar, so could have tried. Next will be up here.
Yeah, at this place.
Then,
so based on this, when can be the entry?
Yeah, that's I answered 14th. This is first one, right? This is second final up breakout. This is the up down base here. So you will buy here, right?
Okay, because I formed the upper base, whatever you made, na? I made it like that. So
yeah, but we discussed that if it's like going this, and suddenly you have some consolidation 13.
Right.
So it's up down base, right? Then so then that will be your first entry here. That this is a breakout of the base.
Okay, and then there is a sudden fall on, I think it is result day or maybe one day before the result day only, na? Okay, so before that we have to exit. That's it.
Where did I said that exit before the result?
No, sorry. We are having some profit, so we'll hold it. And how to handle that result day? Like we should exit at the end, or we should when shall we exit that? What you will do in this kind of scenario? Sudden fall or something?
In this case, your 15% would have gone.
No, nothing can be done, right?
Yeah, how will you know? Like it will go 11% or 5%? You don't know, right?
Okay.
What you can do is just trail up your stop loss. That's the thing which you can do. Of course, it's 15% up, so you could have booked some up here. That's a separate thing. You could have booked 50% here, 30% here. You already had 15% gains. So risk reward is already 1:3. So we learned partial booking at based on your psychology. You can go anywhere from 10 to. We discussed all things. Okay, complete 1 hour on it. So something if you have booked, then that would be your gain in this case. Otherwise, you have exited cost to cost.
Okay.
Deepali ji says, sir, some charts show quite a high volatility like NBCC, Orient, Ceratec on 26th. High volatility, what is high volatility? We need high volatility. That's what we do. We need the such momentum bars. Momentum bars will be high volatility only, right? So very good 5%. How very good, amazing, clearly identifiable high volume. So what's wrong with it? In my opinion, you need serious revision. Okay, or at least 2 times. Do 2 times revision, make notes. This did not give any entry. This never get entry, no follow through day. Okay, here it closed 18% of you will not buy then. Big green bar, don't buy on such dark green bars. You would have waited for close, it closed 18% up, no entry then. Simply skip. Same thing I think in Ricotta also, I don't remember if I read this name in group or not. It's again, you had a blue bar already up here in this swing. This went up above 10. So why will you buy this stock then? We discussed no blue bar. It's already written up here. I think I read it on Twitter. I read it for some student or in the group. Again, you already had this. Then why you will buy up anywhere up here then? You will wait for this to happen. FOMO, again FOMO. On your screen written no blue. On your screen written breakout. Even after that not reading it, then it's FOMO. Dave says, can you discuss a practical daily life scenario where you thought in probabilities? Asking because I want to know how to incorporate in everything, in everything. In every decision that you make, in everything that's going around you. Okay. So, the simple thing to do it is just be cautious, just be self-aware whenever you are saying no to anything directly. ये आपके पास आता है कुछ आप बोल देते हो ना कि ये तो ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता है ओके नहीं ये नहीं होगा so that is where the problem lies okay in daily life there is always some probability of happening it can be very less but it is always there so just be aware whenever you are saying such words that it's not possible ये तो होगा ही नहीं ये तो हो ही नहीं सकता है ये तो बिल्कुल ही गलत है गलत कर दिया ये सब it's very normal we all say such things in life so wherever you are saying such things that is the problem okay that is where you need a mindset change so just see wherever you are doing such things and then first step is self awareness and then change it then slowly and slowly change it कि अच्छा ये हो सकता है बट इसमें 5% चांस है इसमें बहुत कम चांस है होने के okay so whenever you will change such wordings that your subconscious will get trained when it will get trained you will find then things easy you are then in process okay that is how I started so my mind became very open you will ask anything xyz आप space पे जाने की बात करोगे कुछ भी बात करोगे I will always be open to at least listen and think I will never say कि नहीं ये तो होगा ही नहीं ये तो हो ही नहीं सकता है anyone who talks to me or whenever I talk to any person. Akshay says RR cable is a strong RS stock. What's the need to do it? A high RS stock. Just compare with market. If market is falling and it's going sideways, it's a high RS stock. Okay. I don't go too much into this high RA stock or this because it changes with price. So understand price. Understand price, then automatically you will be able to do it. It doesn't changes your stock selection. Stock selection always first priority sector. If sector is there, if not, then other. Vikas says, sir, if we see a stock in scanner and in chart, if we find a momentum candle was found before, can we take that previous candle as reference for our entry? Yes, can. It can happen if it was below 50 sometimes in that case. You can take entry based on that. You can do a 50-50 also up there. Always two ways. Okay, any other query? Blue bar entry. Blue bar though we have discussed in high float, you don't need to have a blue bar because blue bars are, understand, these are like good big movements. These are like 13% plus movement. That doesn't happen often in a swing. So whenever it captures up 10, after that, if you have a blue bar, it's a high float, then we will avoid it because based on whatever research I've done, whatever things we discussed, 150, 160 examples, it was one of the things which I observed that if it's already a good bar already done, happening that second time or continuing that momentum for some time is tough. Your probability is less, of course. It's not like it cannot work again. You can see sometimes high float big bar working. It's simply probability. You want to take, you lower size and take then, or you can skip. Okay, so it's not allowed. Again, when you're saying allowed, not allowed.
For low float stocks, we can do it, na? Like as you told.
Yeah, you can do it like
for low float stock.
But yeah, it has.
But probability will be less for low float also, right? We can think like that.
Low float, it can work. Like it's very already very small volume. So see, low float. If a company is having, if a stock is having low float, it will be more volatile, right? Because low volume is there. So it will be more volatile, more kind of pumps will be there. So that's why in low float very stocks, I have observed that it can still give such big bars in after happening. But in high float, the chances are less. So low float can work, high float have comparatively lower chances.
Okay, sir. Also, when it comes to like choosing between two stocks, for example, I'm having less capital now, and I can invest only in one stock. So, can we have some criteria for those?
We have criteria. First is
choosing between two stocks.
First is sectoral preference, then others.
Okay.
Already have this, right? In others, whichever gives first entry.
That is okay. That is all right. If two things are giving same like entry at same time, maybe at EOD, then we can consider how many days it's. If it is maybe like we can compare good contraction on right side, which is having good contraction, or something like that.
I don't think that
ratio, like immediate resistance or something. Few things can we have like that.
Yeah, in my opinion, it's not of much use. So, like this is the best which I have found that if it's a good sector, it will. If there is a sectoral momentum, it will break all upward resistance near there. That's what happens.
Okay, so sectoral thing is the only one thing.
Contraction, a lot of time these tight contraction, these always depends on the market itself. मार्केट में फॉल आया तो आपको कॉन्ट्रैक्शन डीप ही दिखेंगे. आप वहां पे बहुत टाइट में जाओगे, पता चला वो डीप वाला तेज चला गया आगे.
Right.
So this is the right way. Apart from that, like 10% volume up down, these are irrelevant things based on whatever I have learned. It does not matter much. The sectoral is your preference. Then others, in others, and in sector, whichever gives you entry first, that price is your criteria. Then after that, the price is your deciding factor. If it's moving up, giving follow through.
Okay, sir. And one more thing, like, do you have charting premium for back testing data? I needed back testing data. So
yeah, I have it. Like you can DM.
if you can please provide. Yeah, okay. So I have messaged you. So on Monday or something you can provide. Okay. Thank you.
Query sessions we have once or twice in a month. Okay, so probably next week we will have again. Any other thing, or else we will close up the session then. Okay, no further questions. So that's it. And your develop mind, be aware. Okay. Happy Sunday. Bye bye.